What's up, y'all? My name is Kate. I'm a certified personal trainer and a yoga instructor, and this is a strength and yoga flow. You can do this with weight or without weight today. I'm gonna leave it up to you. Otherwise, let's get started on our mat in child's pose. Widen the knees here and reach the arms forward to any degree that feels good for you. Check in with your breath here as you begin to breathe deeply in through your nose and let it out through your mouth. Seal your lips now and begin to breathe deeply in and out through your nose. Can you scan your body from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes, just taking note of any spots that might need a little bit of extra care or love today as you move through this strength and flow practice? Let's take one more full breath in and full breath out. Make your way up to a tabletop. Place your wrists under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. And let's warm up the wrists here. Press all 10 finger pads and your palms evenly into the floor as you begin to rock forwards and backwards. Now rotate your fingers out to the side so your thumb is facing the front of your mat and begin to rock side to side. Keep with the breath here. Now rotate your fingers towards you. Thumbs are facing the sides of your mat. Keep your palms planted as you begin to rock backwards, sending your bum to your heels. Option to do this one hand at a time as it can be a little spicy. Now peel the palms up as you press the finger pads into your mat. We'll do one more, keeping with your breath. Then curl your toes, sit back on your heels just for a moment as you roll out your wrist. Now replant your wrist, but this time palms face up, fingertips facing you, thumbs are facing each other. And can you press all 10 fingernails into the mat? Maybe inviting some gentle movement back and forwards. Good. Sit back on your heels, clasp the fists, roll out circles in your wrist, swap directions, and then come back to tabletop. As you breathe in, lower your belly, shine your chest forward for cow pose. Exhale, round your spine, draw your chin to your chest. Inhale, lower your belly. And exhale, round. Begin moving between these two poses with your breath at your pace, or doing any other intuitive spinal movements that you would like here. Keep with your breath here. We'll stay for 3 more breaths. Nice work, y'all. Return to a neutral tabletop. Curl your toes. Press your hands into the floor so you're pushing the floor away from you, and hover your knees just an inch or so off the floor. Can you engage your thighs? Draw your belly to your spine. Press the floor away from you. We'll stay for one more full breath in. And as you breathe out, send your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Hey, Coda. Can you go chew on that somewhere else, buddy? Move here in any way that feels good for you. Okay. Come here, Coda. Come on. Come on over here. There you go. So, tuck your toes. Press into the floor as you lift your knees up, hovering just a couple inches or an inch or two off the ground. Draw your belly to your spine as you press the floor away from you. Stay with the breath. On your next exhale, send your hips up and back for downward facing dog. And just move here in any way that feels good. You can pedal out through your feet, rock your hips side to side. Oh yeah, opening up through that side body. On your next inhale, shift forward to a plank. Option to lower your knees as you lower all the way down. Come to your belly, untuck your toes. Press your feet into the mat, squeeze your glutes. Inhale, lift your chest, baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift your chest, float your hands. Can you draw your elbows down as you reach your shoulder blades together? Exhale, lower. Last one, inhale, lift your chest, your hands, fly your feet here, spread your toes if you're flying your feet, and exhale, lower. Place your hands alongside your chest, tuck your toes, inhale back up to plank or tabletop, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high, bend your knee and stack your hips. Roll your hip in one direction and then the other. Inhale, lift your knee a little higher here. As you breathe out, place your right foot between your hands, lower your back knee. Inhale, arms up for low lunge, or you can bring your hands to block or the mat for your low lunge, whatever feels good for you. You can rock it out side to side, opening up this left quad and hip flexor. Stay for one more breath in. And as you breathe out, send your hips back, lengthen your front leg for half split. As you breathe in, can you lengthen your spine? And as you breathe out, fold over your right leg. You can have a bend in your right knee here, but can you flex your toes? Inhale, return to low lunge. And exhale, half split. Inhale, low lunge. And exhale, half split. Breathe in, return to your low lunge. Tuck your back toes, lift your knee. Step back to a plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Same thing on the left side. Inhale, left leg high. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Roll your hip in one direction and then the other. Inhale, lift your knee high. Exhale, step your left foot through. Lower your right knee. Inhale to your low lunge. Can you squeeze your glutes here as you draw your belly to your spine? Stay with your breath. On your next exhale, send your hips back, lengthen your front leg, flex your toes. Breathe in, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold and half split. Inhale, come back to your low lunge. And then exhale, half split. Inhale, low lunge. And exhale, half split. Nice. Return to a low lunge. Frame your foot, tuck your back toe, lift your knee, step back to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. As you exhale, walk your feet, take baby steps to meet your hands at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Can you reach the crown away from your tailbone and reach your tailbone away from your crown? Exhale, fold over, keep a bend in your knees. As you breathe in, reach your arms up and overhead, let your palms kiss. And exhale your hands through heart center. Nice work, y'all. We're gonna move through some sun salutation A's here. So your Namaskar A to get the body a little bit more energized and warmed up before we move on to a little bit of mobility and the strength portion of our workout. So inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Option to lower your knees as you come all the way down. Inhale for baby cobra, or lengthen your arms for full cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Exhale, travel forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach your arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank. Option to move through a vinyasa or straight to downward facing dog. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step, hop, float down through a vinyasa or step back straight to downward facing dog. Exhale, travel the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands through heart center. Now add a little bit of bends here. Inhale, reach your arms up. Take a hold of your left wrist. Exhale, bend to your right. Inhale, back up. Exhale, bend to your left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, cactus your arms. Shine your chest forward. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, options, step back to plank, move through vinyasa, or meet me in downward facing dog. Exhale, travel forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, melt. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands, heart center. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, bend to your right. Inhale, center. Exhale, bend to your left. Inhale, center. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank, jump back, optional vinyasa, or straight to downward facing dog. Nice work, y'all. We got one more round. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend to your right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, center. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, jump back, plank, optional vinyasa, or meet me in downward facing dog. Good work, y'all. Lower your knees and sit on your bum here. We're going to move to a little bit of hip mobility in what's called 90-90s. So we're going to be working a little bit of internal rotation and then external rotation as we move to the front and back of our mat. So we're going to get started with your right leg forward. Bring your shin to about parallel with the front of your mat. Knee and foot are bent in 90 degrees, knee and ankle rather. With your back leg, bring your knee out in line with your hip and bring your heel out in line with your knee. So you're making 90 degrees with your back knee as well. Turn your torso forward, facing your right knee. Press your hands on the mat. If it's too tight in the hips here, you can always lean back a little bit to create a little bit more space for your hips. Or you can walk this back knee in a little bit. So wherever you are, turn your torso towards your right knee. Press your left knee into the ground as you try to lift your left foot to the ceiling. You might feel some cramping here. Embrace it. It's part of it. Your hips are going to be okay. Come out of it and try to come back into it. We're going to stay here for 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower your left foot. Peel your left knee up. And windshield wiper your knees over. So now you're facing the back of your mat. Turn your torso towards your left knee. Press your right knee into the mat and try to lift your right foot towards the ceiling. Try to avoid rocking side to side, so we're not using our low back and we're using our hip here as you send your back hip to internal rotation. Maybe your foot comes off the floor, maybe it doesn't, but that action of sending it up is using those muscles to send your hip to internal rotation. Good, lower your right foot, peel your right arm up and swivel over. Facing your front of your mat now, press your back knee down, lift your left foot up. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Lower the foot, lift the left knee, swivel over. Adjust yourself if you start scooting forward. Press right knee down, lift your right foot up. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Lower your right foot, peel your right knee up, bend over. We'll do one more each side. Left knee presses, left foot lifts. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your left foot, swivel your legs up and over. Last side, press your right knee in, lift your right foot up, keep with the breath. We're here for 5, 4, 3, you got this, 2, 1. Nice work. Replant your foot, set your hands back and just swivel out your knees, flowing between internal and external rotation. Good work, y'all. Okay, use your hands to come into a malasana squat, yogi squat. Keep your hands planted, just rock your hips side to side, getting some movement into those hips. Just notice what's feeling a little tight today, what's feeling a little juicy. I know my hip flexors are yelling at me right now. Good work, y'all. We're gonna move into the strength portion of our exercise. So we have 4 different exercises. It's gonna be a squat, a Chaturanga push-up, a split lunge to one-legged Tadasana flow, and then Locust pose to get the backside body going strong. You can do this with or without weight. It's up to you. We're gonna be doing 3 sets of 10 for each exercise, except for the Chaturanga push-ups. We'll break that up. So let's get started with some squats. You can use weight or not. I will be using a 12-kilo kettlebell. Let's get to it. Wherever you place your feet, just know that your knees will track in line with your toes. So what tends to happen when we squat down, the knees want to cave in. Can you use your hips to externally rotate your knees out so they stay in line with your toes as you squat? But put your feet in any position that feels good for you. Mine will be slightly wider than hips, distance apart, toes angled at around 45 degrees or so, maybe a little bit less. All right, we got 10. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Lower your weight. We're going to rest for 30 seconds here. Got my handy dandy egg timer. And then we have our second set. Coda, I love you, sweet boy, but your chewing is very loud. Here, go chew over there. All right, y'all, 10 more seconds. Decide what weight you're gonna use. Get yourself in your stance. And let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. You are over halfway. We got one more set, 30 seconds of rest. Grab a water, do what you need to do. And on these squats, you
You can play with the breath to see what helps with you. Some people like to inhale to prepare, hold their breath as they lower, and then exhale, come up. Some people like to inhale as they lower, and then exhale, use your breath up on that concentric activation of the muscles. You're fighting gravity. Okay, that's our time. Third and final set. We got 10 more reps. Decide if you're using weight or not. Let's go for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent job. Lower your weight. We won't need it for this next portion. Moving on to Chaturanga push-ups. Option always to do these on your knees. What we don't want to see, we don't want saggy hips dumping into your low back. So strong glutes wherever you decide to go. And with the Chaturanga push-ups, you want to keep the elbows in so your index fingers will be pointing towards the top of your mat. Shoulders away from the ears. We're going to lower halfway and come back up. We have 4 sets of 5. Okay, let's go. Get in the top of your push-up position, plank position. Maybe your knees are on the mat. Inhale here and let it all go. Inhale halfway for 1. Inhale for 2. 3, 4, 5. Nice work. Lower your knees, sit back on your heels. We got 30 seconds rest. Feel that heart rate going a little bit now. So if you find yourself dipping into your low back and you're on your feet, maybe lower your knees, or you can elevate your upper body by coming to a bench or a couch and still keeping that straight line position from your heels to your head. You want to squeeze your glutes here and draw your belly to your spine. All right, we got our next set of 5. Let's go. Plank position, top of your push-up position. Let out your breath all go. We inhale, lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Another 30 seconds, and then we have 2 more sets of 5. So traditionally in yoga, when you move through a vinyasa, you move down through chaturanga, you're exhaling to then inhale to come up to your back bend. But with this movement, we want to use our breath in to lower so that we can use our exhale to press away that concentric movement, the muscle movement where you're fighting gravity. Having your breath out can help you on that final push. All right, third set, let's go. Push-up position, let the breath go. We inhale, lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work, y'all. You are almost there. We have 1 more set. You might roll out your wrists, grab a water. You can breathe in through your nose and slowly breathe out through your mouth to help slow your heart rate just a little bit here. All right, we got about 10 more seconds, and then we have our final set of Chaturanga push-ups. Okay, top of the push-up position, plank or on your knees. Let go of all the breath. We inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Lower your knees, sit back. You got 30 seconds rest before our next exercise. So we're going to be moving through a crescent lunge to a one-legged Tadasana. So you will start with what you think is your weaker leg at the front first. So for me, my left leg is slightly weaker. So I'll stand in what would be like my high crescent lunge position. Back foot might be in just a touch. You'll lower and then step your right foot forward for one-legged Tadasana. Hands can be at heart center. They can come forward, they can be on your hips, and then you'll step back to your lunge, one-legged Tadasana. Option to use a weight if you would like. It would look the same. Step back, one-legged Tadasana. Maybe you do half and half. I think that's what I'll do. Okay, actually, just jump right into it. So get your starting position, lunge, let's go. One-legged Tadasana for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Lower the weight. We'll rest for just a second before we move on to the other side. Yeah? What's up, buddy? Okay. Small child problems. All right. We have the other side. So you will swap your leg position. I now have my right leg forward. Get your weight if you're using it. Let's lower to lunge for 1, and then one-legged Tadasana. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew, excellent. We got 30 seconds. Lower the weight, and then we go again. In these lunge positions here, try to keep the weight in the front heel and midfoot. And if you'd like, you can hinge your torso a little bit more forward so that when you're in that lunge position, you're getting more of a stretch in your glute, working a little bit more of the glute in that movement. It's still a compound movement where you're using multiple muscles, but you can target a little bit more of the glute by hinging your torso forward. So I'll do that on this second set without the weight. Whew, I'm feeling that one. Okay, back to the leg you started with. We're gonna start in our lunge position. I'm gonna hinge forward, and we lower, step up one-legged Tadasana for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slowly lower. Nice work. We got one more side, and that will be it for the legs. Okay, swap feet. My right foot is going forward. Just adjust my microphone here. Okay, hinge forward here if you'd like. Reach your arms up, heart center, hips. We lower, come up one-legged Tadasana for 1, 2, 3, 4, embrace the wobbles, 5, 6, 7, 8, that's it, you're almost there, 2 more, 9, last one, 10, let everything go. Good work, y'all. Okay, moving on to the backside muscles. So come onto your belly, untuck your feet, rest your forehead on the mat, and place your hands by your side, palms facing down. We're gonna do locust pose holds. So take a full breath in and let it go. We'll just do a little warm up to start. Press the top of your feet into the mat. Squeeze your glutes. As you breathe in, lift your chest, float your hands, reach your pinkies toward each other as you reach your hands for your feet. Good. Stay for a breath in and lower. Now we'll keep the upper body planted and we'll just lift the legs. Press your hands down, press your forehead into the mat. As you breathe in, lift your feet high. Squeeze your glutes here, spread your toes. Can you lift from your butt, not your low back? Stay for one more breath in and slowly lower as you breathe out. We're going to put it all together now. We're going to hold it for 10 seconds. So inhale here and let it all go. As you breathe in, lift your chest. Draw your pinkies together. Squeeze from your glutes, but draw your belly towards your spine. That's it. Keep with the breath. You got 8 more seconds. 6, 5. Can you lift higher? 4, 3, 2. Lift higher. And 1. Let it all go. Come to one side. Rock out your hips side to side. Nice work. Swap the direction of your face. Oh, it is a small movement, but a strong one nonetheless. Okay, we have 2 more rounds of that. So, palms down, forehead on the mat. Let your breath go. Breathe in, lift it all up. Keep lifting. Can you draw your shoulder blades together? Squeeze your glutes. We're here for 10, 9, 8. Keep lifting higher. 6, 5, 4, 3. Higher. 2, 1. And let it all go. Come to one side of your face. Rock out your hips. Maybe windscreen wiper your knees. Change the direction with your face. Nice work, y'all. We got 1 more set. All right. Forehead down. Palms on the floor. Let the breath go. Inhale, lift as high as you can. Squeezing from your glutes. That's it. Keep lifting. We got 10, 9, 8. Higher. 7, 6, 5. Keep lifting. Keep reaching. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it all go. Turn to one side. Rock out your hips. Excellent job, y'all. What's up, baby? Okay. We can eat in a second, okay? Okay. Oh, say hi to your hungry children or whoever's around you. Oh, nice work, y'all. Grab a drink of water if you'd like. Otherwise, let's flow. Press yourself up, send your hips up and back, and meet me in downward facing dog. Let's reconnect with your breath here. You can pedal out through your feet or find stillness. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, step your right foot through. Keep your back knee lifted. Inhale, arms up, high crescent lunge. Can you squeeze your glutes here? Draw your belly to your spine. Maybe reach up a little bit higher through your thumbs. On your exhale, lower your right arm down and back. Open twist to your right. Don't lose the bend in your front knee. Stay for a full breath in. And as you exhale, lower your left heel down. Open up, warrior 2. You can play with the position of your back foot. You might have the pinky edge about parallel, or you can turn your toes slightly inward. Find what works for you, but can you check in with your front knee? Can you see your big toe on the inside of your knee? If you can't, can you rotate that knee out externally, rotating your hip so that your knee is in line with your toes? Soften the shoulders as you reach your fingertips away from each other. Warrior 2. Inhale, flip your front palm. Exhale, reach your right arm up and back for reverse warrior. Option to take a half bind behind your back, or you can let your left hand rest on your left leg. Stay for your breath in. As you breathe out, bring your left hand to your left hip. Reach your right fingertips about 6 inches in front of you. Option to do this on a block. Scoot your back foot in and inhale for half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Keep a slight bend in your right knee and point your left toes towards the left side of your mat. Ooh, embracing the wobbles. Maybe lifting your left arm up towards the ceiling, perhaps floating your right arm, and playing around with your gaze. What happens if you look up? What happens if you look forward? Oh, if you fall out of it, come right back into it. Good. On your exhale, slowly bend your right knee, plant your left foot, open up both feet towards the side of your mat, parallel the pinky edge to the front and back of each mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Hands can be on your hips or up in star. And exhale, forward fold. Keeping with the breath here. Inhale, halfway lift. As you breathe out, turn all 10 toes to the front of your mat. As you breathe in, lengthen your spine. Your front leg is straight. Exhale, fold over your front leg for wide stance pyramid pose. Stay for one more full breath in. As you breathe out, frame your right foot, bend your right knee, step your right foot back. Option to float your right foot as you lower down through Chaturanga to upward facing dog or straight to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step your foot through. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Inhale, reach your arms a little bit higher. Exhale, lower your left arm down and back, open twist to your left. Perhaps your gaze comes towards your left thumb. Stay for a breath in. Then as you breathe out, lower your right heel, open up, warrior two. Check in with your foundation. Can you see your big toe on the inside of your left knee? Soften your shoulders. Take your gaze over your fingertips. Inhale, flip your front palm. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Option to take the half bind. Inhale here. Exhale, place your right hand on your right hip. Plant your left fingertips. Scoot your right foot in. Inhale, come up, half moon, option to use a block here. And then play around with your gaze. Maybe you float your left hand, reach your right arm high. Have fun with this pose. There's so much you can do in this pose. And if you fall out of it, just come right back in. We'll stay for one more breath in. And as you breathe out, bend your left knee, step your right foot out, parallel your feet. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Hello. You can move your hips side to side here, maybe bending your knees, opening up through those adductors, your inner thighs. Stay for one more breath in and one more full breath out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, turn all 10 toes to the front of your mat. Inhale, lengthen your spine, lengthen your front leg. Exhale, fold over. Stay for a full breath in. Exhale, frame your left foot, low lunge. Exhale, step your left foot back to plank or float it as you move through a vinyasa or meet in downward facing dog. Alrighty, y'all, that's our flow. We're gonna move through it a little bit faster now. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step your foot through. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, open twist right. Stay for your breath in. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale, flip your front palm. Exhale, reverse warrior. Stay for your breath in. Exhale, plant your right hand, half moon. Option to take a hold of your left foot and your left hand to open up to sugar cane. Stay for one more full breath in. Exhale, step your left foot back. Inhale up through your star. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, turn all 10 toes. Inhale, lengthen your spine, lengthen your front leg. Exhale, fold. Stay for your breath in. Exhale, frame your foot. Step your right foot back to plank. Option to float as you move through Vinyasa or straight to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step your foot through. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, open twist left. Inhale. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale, flip your front palm. Exhale, reverse warrior. Stay for your breath in. Exhale, plant your hand half moon. Option to take sugar cane. Stay for your breath in. Exhale, lower your right foot. Inhale, star. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, pivot all 10 toes. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, fold. Stay for your breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Step your left foot back to plank. Option to float it as you move through a vinyasa or straight to downward facing dog. Final round, a little bit faster now. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step your foot. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, open twist right. Inhale here. Exhale, open up warrior two. Inhale, flip front palm. Exhale, reverse warrior. Stay for your breath in. Exhale, half moon. Optional sugar cane. Inhale. Exhale, step your foot out. Inhale, star. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, turn all 10 toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale here. Exhale, frame your foot. Step back plank. Option to float as you move through vinyasa or straight to downward dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step your foot through. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, open twist left. Inhale here. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flip. Exhale, reverse. Exhale, plant your left hand. Open up to half moon. Optional sugar cane. Inhale, reach your foot away. Exhale, step your foot back. Inhale, star. Exhale, fold. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, pivot all 10 toes. Breathe in, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Breathe in here. Exhale, frame your foot. Step back to plank. Option to float. Final vinyasa to downward facing dog. Nice work, y'all. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Bend your knees, stack your hips. As you breathe out, reach your right knee towards the right corner of your mat, moving to pigeon pose here. Keep your right foot flexed as you untuck your back toes. Support your right glute here, perhaps with a block or a towel. And as you breathe in, can you press the floor away from you, engaging everything that's touching the mat? And then as you breathe out, melt your torso down, walking your hands forward, widening your elbows, creating space for your shoulders. Supporting your forehead on either the mat, your hands, or on a block. Wherever you are, can you let your breath return to its natural rhythm? And can you soften the spots that feel tension in this quite intense pose? Can you use your breath to send it to the places where you feel resistance? Stay for one more full breath in and full breath out. Plant your hands under your shoulders. Press yourself up. Sit back on your bum and bring your right knee a little bit closer in line with your hips. So you're making almost a 90 degrees with your inner thigh here. Press your right hand behind your right glute. Lean onto your right shin as you reach your left arm up and overhead for stargazer. Nice side body stretch here, or option to roll your chest up. Squeezing your glutes as you send your hips higher. And exhale, let it all go. Sit back down. Come back to a plank to get to downward dog. And we'll do the same thing on the left side. Inhale, left leg high. Bend your knees, option to stack your hips. Exhale, reach your left knee towards the left corner of your mat. Flex your left foot here. And as you breathe in, can you press everything that's touching the mat away, engaging those muscles, strengthening here. And then exhale, let it all go. Bringing your torso forward, supporting your forehead however you need to, and supporting this left glute if it's floating in space. Using your breath to soften the spots with tension and resistance. It can be in these intense poses where we're just lying still that our brain's like, get up, go. Can you use your breath here to quiet the mind as you help to soften the body? We'll stay for one more full breath in. And exhale, let it go. Plant your hands under your shoulders. Press yourself back up. Roll back onto your bum. And bring your left knee. I'll turn around so y'all can see. Bring your groin to about 90 degrees, bringing your left foot close to your inner thigh. Left hand behind your left hip. Press up onto your shin as you reach your right arm up and overhead for stargazer. Option to pivot your chest towards the ceiling. Stay for one more breath in. And exhale, let it all go. Come back down. Send your hips up and back to downward dog. Pedal out through your feet. Then lower your knees, sit back on your heels for a closed-kneed child's pose or wide-legged child's pose. And just let your hands rest along your side, palms facing up. I love this pose. Alrighty, y'all. Inhale, come all the way up. Roll the shoulders down and back and make your way onto your bum. Extend your legs forward and find a width in your feet that feels good for you. I like mine around hips distance apart. You can have a bend in your knees here, but can you flex your toes to start? Sit tall through your spine as you breathe in. As you breathe out, walk your hands forwards, bringing your chest towards your thighs. Inhale, lengthen your spine, pull it out of it just a little bit. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper. We'll do that one more time. As you breathe in, come out of it just a little bit, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold all the way to your edge. And then let go of all muscle engagement. Can you let your feet splay in or out? Let your palms rest down by your side, facing up. You can let your head hang heavy here, but if you feel tension in the back of your neck, slightly untuck your chin just a bit. We're not forcing anything, not have any expectations of how far we can go down or if we can touch our toes, knowing that you're exactly where you're meant to be. On your next breath in, walk your hands back up, stack your spine bone by bone. And then zombie your arms out forward, tuck your chin to your chest, use your core to lower your upper body all the way down. Once your back has reached the mat, reach your arms up and overhead. Point your fingers, point your toes for a full body stretch.
And exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug. Rock side to side, giving that low back some love. Nice work, y'all. We have one more little strengthening back bend. We're going to do bridge. If you'd like to go into wheel, by all means, you can go there. We're going to do 2 rounds of bridge. I would recommend doing bridge to get started. Bring your feet flat on the floor in line with your hips, close to your bum. Maybe your fingertips touch your heels. Scoop your pelvis here towards your face. Squeeze your glutes. Press through your heels to send your hips high. Keep your chin tucked out of your chest. Hug your inner thighs together. Squeeze your glutes. Send your hips higher. Maybe you clasp your hands and walk your shoulder blades down your spine along your mat. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Unclasp your hands. Slowly roll down your spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. Walk your feet out, knock your knees in. We got one more round, option to go to wheel on this round if you would like. I will be doing bridge, so that's what we will do next. Everyone replant your feet in line with your hips. Tuck your pelvis, squeeze your glutes, send your hips up, decide what you want to do with your hands. We're here for 5, 4, 3, lift your hips a little bit higher, 2, 1, slowly roll down. Draw your knees towards your elbows. Take a hold of the back of your thighs or the pinky edge of your feet for happy baby pose. Hug your right knee into your chest. Lengthen your left leg. Scoot your hips touch just to the right. Reach your right arm out to your side, cactus or T, as you roll your right knee over towards your left for supine twist. Take any leg variation you would like. Maybe your gaze comes to your right hand. Softening your gaze or closing your eyes here. Option 2, bend your left foot and take a hold of it with your right hand if you'd like a little bit of a quad stretch here. Wherever you are, stay for one more full breath in. And exhale, let it go. Return to a neutral position on your back. Swap out your legs. Hug your left knee in, extend your right leg. Scoot your hips to the left. Left arm comes out as you roll your left knee over to the right. Maybe your gaze comes over, or if you'd like to take a hold of your right foot with your left hand for a little bit of a quad stretch here. Wherever you are, we'll stay for a full breath in. Let it all go. We'll do that one more time. Deep breath in. And let it all go. Uncross your legs, return to your back. Take any final poses you would like here. That can be hugging your knees and rocking side to side, happy baby pose again. Maybe you take legs up the wall or come to a shoulder stand or plow pose. Before you run away, I challenge you, can you give yourself 2 minutes in Savasana pose? Can you let your body bask in all the energy that you just cultivated in your practice today? I'll set a timer so that you know I will not be tricking you. And then you decide what you want to do, but can you give yourself 2 minutes? Can you let it all go? Relaxing everything from your jaw to your toes. The sound of my voice will guide you when it's time to come out. Savasana. staying just as you are. Take a full breath in and let it go. And you wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Roll out your ankles and your feet as you hear the loud noises of my son opening up his food packet. Oh, reach your arms up and overhead for a final full body stretch. Ooh, and hug your knees in. Give yourself some love for spending some time on you today. Roll to your favorite side for just a moment, letting your arms support your head as the earth supports you here for just another moment. And then make your way up to a seat, perhaps with your eyes still closed and your gaze softened, bringing your hands together in heart center. Bowing your chin to your chest, sending yourself love and gratitude for carving out this time for you today. Thank you. Thank you all for practicing with me today. I hope you feel just a little bit better and stronger and just a little bit more loosened up than you did at the beginning of this workout. I'm going to be posting a lot more videos like this where it's a strength, yoga, mobility type workout in the 45 to 60 minute range, hopefully. So if you like it and you want more of it, keep an eye out for when I post more videos. I'm currently working on a program that will incorporate all those things: flexibility, mobility, strength, balance, coordination, endurance, and of course, yoga. So otherwise, drink some water, eat some good food, enjoy the sun, maybe even have a beer. Go enjoy your life. See y'all.